Alrighty. Any pains or injuries? Okay. All right. Let's sit up tall. All right. Good day, everyone. This is Stephen Cheng coming to you live from 333 Grand in downtown Jersey City, New Jersey. Please visit my website, simhayoga.com, for the hybrid schedule, which is in person here at 333 Grand as well as through Zoom. You can register for class through ubindi.com, and if you're watching this on YouTube, classes are $10, and you can pay through Venmo or PayPal. Payment information on the bottom of the video, as well as my website, simhayoga.com. Today's class is open flow, level 1, level 2. If you're working with any kind of special conditions or limitations, make sure that you do modify or skip poses altogether, making good decisions about your movement practice so that you don't create any injuries or perpetuate any injuries. Now, if your hips or your low back are tight, please elevate and sit up on some blocks or some blankets, and that will make it easier for you to find a comfortable cross-legged position with a lengthy, tall spine. Okay, palms face up, fingers come together, mudra, thumb and index fingers touching. Grounding evenly through your seat, elongate through your spine. And then let your inhales even out with your exhales. Three ohms together, inhale. Keeping the eyes closed, hands together in prayer on front of the heart, pressing the thumbs into your heart, heart back into the thumbs, lifting the heart up toward the sky, setting your intention for yoga practice, devoting your practice to someone or something or to yourself, your supreme self that lives within your heart, chanting the mantra for purification, purifying the space in which you practice yoga, call and response. Om Pavitraha, Om Pavitraha, Pavitrawa, Pavitrawa, Sarva Vushtan, Gatopiwa, Yaha Smarit, Pundrikaksham, Sapahya, Bihyandraha, Suchihi. Starting to open the eyes, palms face up. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, right ear to the right shoulder, right hand to the left side. Chin toward the right shoulder. Release back to center. Drop the right hand. Left ear to the left shoulder, left hand to the right side. Chin toward the left shoulder. Release back to center. Drop left hand. Chin toward the chest. Big circles with the head in one direction. Ear to one side. Roll it back. Opposite side. Roll the center. A few more rounds. Chin back toward the chest and pause. And taking the opposite direction. And chin back towards the chest again. Lifting the chin parallel to the floor, neutral spine. Extend the legs forward, separating your feet. Hands supporting to either side and turn your toes toward each other. And then roll them out. Draw in, roll out, draw in. Outer rotation, circling. Back to center, switch them around, inner rotations. And back to center again. Cross your shins, take the opposite crossing of the legs. Raise the arms up high and extend. Twist to the right on the exhale. Back to center, arms up. Twist to your left. Center again. Side bends, right hand down, left arm overhead. Take it back up. Other side. Back up again. Legs forward, forward fold. Take it back up. Soles of feet together, knees apart, and butterfly your knees a little bit. Come back to stillness, grabbing the ankles, draw the heels in even closer. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward folding. You can press your elbows to your inner thighs for more hip opening. Take it back up. Let the feet come forward a little bit, grabbing the inner feet, threading the arms underneath, and in this forward fold, you can round the spine as much as you want. Release, take it back up. Draw the left heel in, right heel back, creating a letter S with your legs. Walk your hands over to the left, supporting with your hands or your fingers. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist and bow forward about halfway. Stopping at the halfway point. Inhale again. Exhale, twist deeper, bow forward even more. Inhale, release. Take it back up. Keep the legs as they are. Counter twist to the right. Come back to center. Left hand down. Lift your seat. Raise your right arm up and across the collarbone. Back in space for a heart opener and a back bend. Then raise your right arm up over the right ear, reaching toward the left side. Side stretch. And take the seat back down. And then let's take 90-90. So you want to line up the left knee with the left hip and the shin parallel to the front of the mat. 90 degrees with your left leg, and do the same with the right leg. Then flex your feet. Hands to either side, supporting. Inhale, lengthen, lining up over your left leg. Exhale, lean forward about halfway, keeping the spine neutral. So as you lean forward about halfway, you should feel a nice stretch to the outer left leg, outer left hip. And if this is good enough, you can stay here. If you have a little bit more in you, you can start to go even lower. Maybe thinking about belly, lower ribs touching the inner left thigh. Keeping it here, keeping your left hand down, reach your right arm forward, grip the fingertips to the floor. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, walk your right fingertips even further forward. So you're getting a nice stretch to the right arm, right shoulder, and the outer left leg. All right, starting to release, make your way back up. Keep the legs as they are and twist to the right. Draw back to center. Extend the right leg out to your side. Draw the left heel in a little bit closer. And then let's twist to your left. Now, Chloe, rotate the toes up toward the sky. Yeah. And then side bend over the right leg. Raise your left arm up and extend. Come back to vertical. Square the torso to face your right leg. Right hand to your floor for support. Left arm forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Keep a neutral spine and lean forward just a little bit. Then come back up to vertical. Lean forward a little bit more. Come back up to vertical. Lean forward even more. If you're able to bind the left hand to the right foot, take it, or anywhere to the outer right leg. So whatever you can grab onto. And then lean forward for the forward fold. Begin to release, make your way back up, and then gently counter twist to your left. Come back to center. Extend the left leg forward. So the legs are now roughly about 90 degrees. All right, left hand to the floor, right arm is up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold over your left leg. Right hand to grab the inside of the left foot or anywhere to inside the left leg, and then folding forward. And take it back up. Take the left hand to the inside of the left leg, right arm overhead, and side bend over your left leg. Now, if you have the range, you can eventually take the left forearm to the floor and keep reaching and maybe even binding the right hand to your left foot. And beginning to release, square back to center, and then stepping a right foot over your left leg, see the spinal twist, half variation. Right hand is behind you. Left arm is up, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist to the right. Come back to center on the inhale. Exhale, counter twist to the left on the exhale. Back to center again. Draw the right heel in, left heel back, creating a reverse letter S. The right leg on front, yeah. All right, walk your hands over to the right. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist and bow forward halfway. Stopping at the halfway point. Inhale again. Exhale, twist deeper. Bow forward even more. Inhale, take it back up. Keep the legs. Counter twist to your left. Back to center again. Right hand comes to the floor. Lift the seat. Left arm up and across the collarbone. Back in space. Then raise your left arm up over the left ear for the side stretch. Take the seat back down. Extend the left leg out. Draw the right heel in even closer. All right, twisting to the right first. Release. Press your left hand to inside the left leg. Right arm overhead and side bend over to your left. And starting to release. Line up over your left leg. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, forward fold. Start to release, coming back up. Extend the right leg out. Right hand to the floor, left arm forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lean forward just a little bit. Inhale, take it back up to vertical. Exhale, lean forward even more. Susan, switch arms. Coming back up. Good. Reach forward even more. Left hand to grab the right foot anywhere. And forward fold. Inhale, take it back up. Right hand to inside the right leg, left arm overhead, and then side bend over to the right. And yes, if you can bind, take the bind. Inhale, take it back up. I realize I forgot this one, 90-90. Right heel comes in, left heel goes back. So the right shin is parallel to the front of the mat. Flex your foot. Do the same thing with back leg. Hands to either side of the right leg. Square off over your right leg. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lean forward, 45 degrees. Stay here to stretch outer right leg, outer right hip. If you have a little bit more in you, start to go even lower. Belly and lower ribs may be touching to the inner right thigh. Then keep the right hand to the floor, left arm forward. Stay on the left fingertips. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crawl the left fingertips even further forward. Beginning to release. Inhale, coming back up. Now let's extend the left leg out, right leg forward. I think I have one more that I have to do. Left hand to the floor, right arm is up. Inhale, exhale, reach forward and fold over your left leg. I hope that's all the different variations. Actually, Chloe, the other leg, over the left leg. Inhale, release, make your way back up. I think that's everything. We did so many different ones. I think that's everything. Let's hope. Hopefully, that's everything. Legs forward. Take the feet about mat's width. Inhale, take the arms up high. Exhale, reach forward, grabbing the inner heels or inner legs, anywhere along the legs. Re-lengthen. Exhale, deepen the fold. Make your way back up. Take the inner thighs together. Lower your forearms down. Once you press your forearms down, lift the chest. Right? And then if you can drop the head back into a supported fish. If that doesn't feel good for your neck, keep the gaze looking forward. But keep the chest lifted. If you draw the head back, you're taking a deeper cervical curve, which is a back bend to the back of the neck. If you're looking forward instead, you're taking flexion of your neck. All right, lift the head again. Lower your upper back to the floor. Hug the knees in toward the chest. Keep the left leg in, extend the right leg out to the floor. Right arm out to a T. Left hand to the inner left thigh. Open up the leg to your left side. Square back to center. Yogic toe lock, if you have it. Left big toe, extend as fully as you can. You can always keep your left knee bending. And then start to open up the leg to the left side. Square back to center. We're going to take the same shape and twist it. Draw the left knee in. Left arm out to a T. Right hand to outer left leg. And then with the left knee bending, you're going to take a reclined twist. All right, we're going to come back to center, and then we're going to extend the leg if you can. All right, square back to center. If you're able to take the right hand to outer left foot and take the full extension, fantastic. If you cannot, you're going to take the right hand to outer left leg, keep the knee bending, and then after you twist, you're going to extend the leg out. Okay? So when you're ready, hand to foot or hand to outer leg, and then twist to the right. Right? If you're not able to bind the right hand to the left foot, you can keep the knee bending. Right hand to outer left leg. Once you have your twist, you can extend the leg up. Right? So you don't have to have the hand to foot binding. You can have the hand to leg binding. Square back to center. Hug both knees in. Center your back to the floor again. You might be a little bit off to the side. All right, keep the right knee in, extend the left leg out. Left arm out to a T. Keep the right knee bending, just open up the leg to the right side. Right, we usually do these poses in a standing balance. We're just taking it reclining today. Square back to center. Yogic toe lock to the right big toe if you have it. You can always keep your right knee deeply bent. And then when you're ready, open up the leg to the right side. All right, so Susan, you can bend that right knee a little bit. Bend the right knee, and then open up the leg to the side the best you can. Yeah. All right, square back to center. Bend your right knee. Right arm out to a T. Left hand to outer right leg and twist your left. So this is your basic recline twisting. Now, if you know you cannot take hand to foot, you can stay here and just extend the leg out. If you know you can take hand to foot, square back to center, take the left hand to outer right leg, extend the leg fully, and then twist. Begin to square back to center. Hug both knees in. Then take yogic toe lock to both big toes and extend the legs up. If you cannot fully extend, you can keep your knees bending. All right, once you're set, open up the legs in a wide position. Go as wide as you can. And then if you can, if you have full extension of the legs, reach to your heels. If you don't have full extension and your knees are bending, that is okay. Just try to keep the lower back flatter toward the floor. So have the energy of the tailbone and the lower back reaching toward the floor. Those of you more flexible, you can take hand to heel and extend out. Begin to break, bend at the knees, soles of feet together, knees apart, and grab the outer feet with your hands. Once you have that position, lift the head, lift the upper back. You're going to round the spine and draw your feet closer toward your third eye and drawing your senses inwards. Begin to release, draw the knees in toward the chest again, and we're going to roll forward and back until you come to a seated position. Then cross your shins, roll forward, and walk it back to your down dog. Inhale, right heel up, three-legged dog. Draw the right knee in toward the nose and around. Kick up, open up the hips, bend the right knee. Step the right foot forward to the outside of the right hand. So coming into a really low lunge here. With your hands supporting, keep leaning the hips forward and downwards. So going into a lunge. You're going to lengthen out the legs just a little bit. You don't have to go to full extension. And then when you bend your right knee again, turn the right toes out at an angle. Right side also turns out at an angle. And walk your hands forward about a foot. And again, keep your left knee off the floor, your left toes tucked under, and just keep lunging your hips forwards and downwards. Walk your hands back in a little bit and just turn the right toes forward, lengthen just a little bit. Bend the front knee again. Left knee comes down for crescent moon. You can walk your right foot in a little bit again, hands to top of the thighs, and lunge. Extra padding as you need. And then left hand to the floor, turn your right toes out. Raise your right arm up and behind you, half bind to twist. Raise your right arm up over the right ear toward the left side for the side stretch. And threading the needle, right arm underneath your left. And as you keep reaching your right hand to your left side, bend your left elbow. As you bend your left elbow, right shoulder, right cheek toward the floor. You don't have to touch down. You're just rotating into your spine. Right, Susan, if it's too low for you, just stay a little higher. Just encourage rotation. It's okay. Yeah, that's good. All right, walk it back in. Turn the right toes back forward. Let's make your way into Warrior One. So lift the left knee, ground the back heel, and rise up for Warrior One. Keep the right arm extending up, left hand reaching down, and then side bend over to the left. Back to center, switch arms, and side bend over to the right. Back to center, take the arms out to a T and lean back and broaden your chest into a back bend, looking upwards. Take it back to vertical, reach your arms forward, and round the middle and upper back, chin toward the chest. And lift it up to regular Warrior One. Open it up, Warrior Two. Reverse Warrior. Side angle. You can modify elbow to top of the knee or the right hand touching down. If you can touch down, left arm up. Inhale, come back up. Reverse Warrior. Lengthen out the right leg for triangle. Modifying hand to the shin or the hand to the floor, left arm up. Take back up. Reverse triangle. Bend the front knee, hands to the floor. Right foot, stepping back plank. Inhale, one breath. Exhale, lower all the way down to the belly. Hands alongside the rib cage. 3 progressive cobras. Lift up, baby cobra. Exhale, lower almost all the way down. Inhale, lift up a little higher. Exhale, lower almost all the way down. Lift up even higher, full extension of the arms if you have it. Bending up the elbows if you need it. All the way down. And child's pose. Seat toward the heels and fold. Down dog. Left leg up. Left knee in toward the nose. Kick up, open up the hips and bend the left knee. Re-extend the left leg, step the left foot forward to the outside of the left hand. With your hands supporting. You can be on your fingertips or you can be flat to the palms. Keep your left toes pointing forward. You're going to lean the hips forwards and downwards and going deeper into a lunge. Start to lengthen out the left leg just a little bit. You don't have to go to full extension, and bend the left knee once again. Turn the left toes out 45 degrees. Left thigh also turns out. Walk your hands forward about a foot. And again, lean the hips forward and downwards. All right, walk your hands back in, turn the left toes back forward, lengthen out just a little bit again, and then bend the left knee, right knee comes down, crescent moon, walking your foot in a little bit, take the hands to the top of the thighs, and then lunge forward. Extra padding to your right knee if you need it. And release your right hand to your floor. Turn your left toes out. Left thigh also turns out. Raise your left arm up and behind you, half bind to twist. Then raise your left arm up over left ear toward the right side for the side stretch. Threading the needle. Left arm underneath your right. So just actively reach your left hand toward the right side. If you have more range, you can start to bend your right elbow and lower your left shoulder, left cheek toward the floor. Lift back up. Walk your hands back in. Turn the left toes back forward. Frame your left foot. We're going to make our way to Warrior One. Tuck the right toes under. Lift the knee. Ground the back heel. Warrior One. With your left hand reaching up, right hand reaching down, side bend over to the right. Take it back up. Switch arms. Side bend to your left. Take it back up to center. Expand the arms out wide. Go as wide as you can. And then add a back bend, gently looking up. Take it back to center. Arms reach forward. Round your middle and upper back. Chin toward the chest and spread the upper back. Lift up to Warrior One. Open it up. Warrior Two. Reverse Warrior. Side angle, modifying elbow to the knee or the hand to the floor. If you can touch down, right arm up. Inhale, take it all the way back up. Reverse Warrior. Triangle, lengthen out the left leg. Left hand to top the shin or to the floor, right arm up. Take back up. Reverse triangle. Bend the front knee, hands to the floor. Left foot, stepping back, plank. Inhale, one breath. Exhale, lower all the way down to the belly. Again, 3 progressive cobras. Inhale, lift up. Baby cobra. Exhale, lower arms all the way down. Inhale, lift up even higher. Exhale, lower arms all the way down. Inhale, lift up even higher. Full extension of your arms for cobra if you have it. Take it all the way down. Child's pose, feet toward the heels and fold. Down dog. Inhale, right heel up. Right knee in toward the nose. Kick up, open up the hips, bend the right knee. Re-extend the right leg, stepping the right foot forward. Warrior One. Open it up, Warrior Two. Lengthen out the right leg, turn the right toes to the left side. We're going to stay in the shape of straddling forward bend. Raise your left arm up and side bend over to the right. Take it back up, side bend over to your left. Take it back up, arms out to a T and twist to the right. Back to center, twist to your left. Back to center, hands to the waist. Check that your toes are slightly turned in. Inhale, lift up for the back bend. Then come back to vertical, bend at the knees, let the seat drop a little bit. Stay with a neutral spine. Hinge at the hips to draw forward. Let the hands come to the floor for support first. Once your hands touch down, then on the inhale, lengthen out the legs, lengthen out your spine. On the exhale, keep that neutral spine. Hinge at the hips and let the elbows bend, allowing the head and the upper torso to lean forward and downwards with a more neutral spinal position. All right, so as you come forward into forward fold, you should feel a lot of stretch through the back of the legs and through the back of the spine. Keep grounding firmly through your heels and the outer feet to stabilize. Keep letting the head get heavy as you support with your hands. As you stay heavy in the forward fold, walk your hands over to the left leg. If you can, frame your left leg and fold over your left leg. You can always take your right hand to grab the left ankle and pull toward the left leg. Release, walk it back to center, go over to the right side, frame your right leg, and then fold forward over your right leg. Release, back to center. Let's come out of the pose. So with both hands supporting, bend at the knees. Let the seat drop a little bit. Lift the head, lift the upper back so you have a neutral spine. Shift the weight toward the heels and through the strength of your quads and a neutral spine, rise up for warrior two, turning your right toes forward. Reverse warrior. Hands to the floor, right foot, stepping back plank, and lower all the way down to the belly, Sphinx pose. Walk your hands forward, lower your forearms down. Grab opposite elbows to line up for shoulders width, and then readjust your hands to the floor, forearms parallel to each other. Check that your shoulders and your elbows pretty much line up vertically for 90 degrees with the arms. And then press your forearms down, press your belly and lower ribs down, and then lift the chest in opposition. Gaze is still toward the floor, slightly ahead of you. So think about a much more neutral cervical spine. The back of the neck is pretty neutral rather than into a back bend, looking forward. Then turn your left forearm in 45 degrees. Walk your right hand slightly further back. As you press your right hand down, lift the right shoulder and start to twist and look past your right shoulder behind you. Start to release, square back to center, take the right forearm back down. Then switch hands. Right forearm comes in 45 degrees. Left hand steps back a little bit. Press into your left hand to lift the left shoulder and start to rotate. Look past your left shoulder behind you. Start to break, square back. All right, once you're set, lift the elbows up slightly, elbows outwardly so that you can lower your chest. Walk your hands back in and slowly, 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 child's pose. Down dog. Inhale, left heel up. Left knee in toward the nose. Kick up, open up the hips, bend the left knee. Re-extend the left leg, stepping the left foot forward. Warrior one. Open it up. Warrior two. Lengthen out the left leg. Turn the left toes to your right. This time, we're going to take the hands to the waist. Draw the elbows back. Lift the chest. Looking up. Then come back to vertical. Keeping your hands as they are, you're going to move the elbows forward, round the spine, chin toward the chest. Then come back to vertical. Turn the toes outwardly slightly and start to bend at the knees. Take the hands to the top of the thighs and let the arms bear the weight of the body. Then lean the right shoulder forward, left shoulder back, and twist to look past your left shoulder behind you. Come back to center, switch sides. Left shoulder forward, right shoulder back. Inhale back to center. Keep the legs as they are. Come to neutral spine, releasing your hands. Have the hands come to the floor. And then once you have the hands down, lengthen out the legs and then readjust to draw the heels a little bit wider. So coming back to the straddling foot bend already with your hands supporting. Inhale, re-lengthening your spine. Exhale, hands at the hips to draw forward, forward folding. Now, take notice of the shape of your legs, or the weight bearing of your legs. Think and check that your heels and your feet are roughly lined up. It may not be perfect. You want to feel that you're not leaning back with your feet and overstretching your hamstrings. You're not leaning forward too much where all the weight is on your toes. Feel that you're strongly on your heels, but you're equalizing the weight between the front and the back of your feet. Once you have that, right, that means your hips and your feet are pretty much level and lined up. Then you're going to walk your hands forward and ground the palms to the floor. Keep crawling the hands as far forward as you can. And then once you have that, start to draw the chest and the chin energetically toward the floor. You're not touching down, right? It's practically impossible to touch down. You're just drawing the energy of the chest and the chin toward the floor. So now there's openness to the underside of your arms, the armpits, and the upper ribs. All right, beginning to walk your hands back in. You're going to take the left hand to center, and with your right arm, thread under to grab the left ankle, and then keeping the left hand as is, you're going to bend your left elbow and start to twist and look past your left shoulder, left elbow toward the sky. Release, come back to center, switch hands. Right hand comes to center, left hand threads under to grab the outer right ankle. Then you're going to bend your right elbow and then start to twist to look past your right elbow. Square back to center, both hands supporting. Starting to come out of the pose, but bending at the knees. Let the seat drop a little bit. Lift the head, lift the upper back so your spine is neutral and energetic. Shift the weight back toward the heels. On the inhale, rise up to the strength of your quads and a neutral spine. Expand the arms out. Turn the left toes back forward. Warrior two. Reverse warrior. Hands to the floor. Left foot stepping back. Plank. Lower all the way down to the belly. This time, you're going to walk your hands a little bit wider. You're on your fingertips, and you're going to turn the fingertips out 45 degrees. Press your fingertips to the floor. Lift the elbows up. As you squeeze your shoulder blades toward each other, press into your fingers and lift up to baby cobra. Lift the elbows higher. Squeeze your shoulder blades toward each other. Press into your fingers. Lift up even higher. Lift the elbows up. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Lift up even higher and see how far you can go. Starting to release all the way down. Child's pose. Feet toward the heels, nice and slow. Down dog. Left leg up for pigeon. Draw the left knee in toward the nose. Land that shin to the floor. Measure out your pose. So your left thigh angles out 30 to 45 degrees. Inch your right knee further back to lower your hips. Untuck your toes. Walk your hands back. Elongate. And then when you're set, start to walk your hands forward. You can stay with your forearms, or you can make pillows with the hands resting the forehead. Alrighty, starting to make your way back up. Take the left seat down, swing the right leg around, and center your seat. Bend your right knee, grab the foot, and extend. Now, if you're grabbing the foot and you cannot fully extend, you can always bend your right knee. Alternatively, you can grab the back of the right leg. Either is fine. Good. Sitting up tall. And then twisting left hand to grab the outer right heel. Again, you can keep your right knee bending if you need. And then reach your right arm back to twist. Begin to square back. Bend your right knee. Swing the right leg all the way back. Down dog. Pedal out. Second side, right leg up. Draw the right knee in. Land the shin to the floor. Angle out the right thigh 30 to 45 degrees. Inch your left knee further back to lower your seat. Untuck your toes. Walk your hands back. Elongate. And once you're nice and set and you're ready, making your way forward. Alrighty, making your way back up. Take the right seat down, swing the left leg forward, and center your seat. Bend your left knee, grab the outer left foot, and extend again. Full extension, bending up the knee, or grab the back of the left leg, your choice. And try to sit up tall from here. And then twisting, right hand to grab the outer left foot, reach your left arm back to twist. Square back, bend your left knee, swing the left leg all the way back, and through the pigeon, make your way back to your down dog. All right, start to walk your feet forward toward your hands. Gently take your seat down, lowering onto your back. Bridge pose. Bend at the knees, separating your feet about hips width with your fingertips, feeling for the back of the heels. Once you're set, press your heels down, lift your seat. You can keep your arms parallel, or you can walk your hands underneath you and walk your shoulders in, your choice. Start to release your hands, lower all the way down, take a few breaths, um, and we'll set up for a second back bend. All right, when you're ready, reset, remeasure out your pose. And then when you are ready, press your heels down, lift your seat. Again, keeping your arms parallel or walking your hands underneath you. If you're taking the interlacing of your hands, take the opposite thumb on top this time. Right, so Chloe, it's not just switching the thumbs, right? You also have to switch the fingers. I saw you do that. I saw you just switch the thumbs. It doesn't work that same way. Alrighty, start to release, lower all the way down. Once you're all the way down, hug your knees in toward the chest. Now, keeping both knees in, expand the arms out to a T. With control, keeping your thighs together, your knees together, lined up the best you can. You're going to just draw your knees over to the right for the spinal twist with both knees drawn in. If your hips are a little bit tight and your knees have to make some adjustment, that's fine. But do try to keep them uh, as closely aligned as possible. And if you want to add the right hand to outer left leg to press down for a deeper twist, you can do that too. Start to release your right arm, take both knees back to center. Realign, make sure everything's lined up, and when you're ready with control, gently drop your knees over to the left. Keep them as aligned as possible. And then if you want to add on the left hand to outer right leg and pressing down, you can do that too. Alrighty, release, take it back to center, hug both knees in once again. And then when you're ready, step the feet to the floor, sliding the legs forward. Shavasana, final relaxation. Feet are separated, toes turn out. Arms alongside the body, palms face up, eyes are closed, and let the floor fully support. Beginning to draw your breath back in, moving your fingers on your toes. Reach the arms overhead, stretching in opposite directions, and then rolling over to the right, coming up to a comfortable cross-legged position. Let's take a non-domination on top to even out both sides a little bit more. An even seat, lengthy spine, shoulders broad, breath deep, and let the neck be free. Inhale for Om. Hands together in prayer, bowing forward, sealing the practice. Come up. Namaste. Thank you so much for being here today. And thank you for sharing your practice with me. My name is Stephen Chang, coming to you live from 333 Grand in downtown Jersey City, New Jersey. Please visit my website, simhayoga.com, for the hybrid schedule, which is in person here at 333 Grand, as well as through Zoom. You can register for class through ubindi.com, and if you're watching this on YouTube, classes are $10, and you can pay through Venmo or PayPal. Payment information on the bottom of the video, as well as my website, simhayoga.com. Thank you so much. See you next time.